Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show on wearehotline.net. And today we have the Executive Director of Retired Home Services serving Etobicoke and the Mississauga South area in Ontario. Please welcome Nicole Troiano. How you doing today, Nicole?
I'm doing really well, Nikki. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for, taking the time out of your busy schedule to chat with us today. So I'm really intrigued by what you do, and I'd love to know more about, the parts of how you got started. So tell us a little bit about your background leading up to what you do now.
Well, I actually used to work at a hospital, and while I was working at the hospital, I used to spend a lot of time with the geriatric patients there. I used to see how lonely they were and how they were just looking for somebody to spend some time with them and help them. But my true inspiration actually was my aunt, who was really the only mother I ever knew. When she became ill and I had to really learn how to navigate all the community care and dealing with hospital staff on a different level, that was a complete nightmare. And thinking that I worked at a hospital, it would make a bigger difference, I would know more, but especially more than the average person, it wasn't the case. So that's when I decided that I needed to dig deeper and find out what's going on, and decided to specialize in senior care.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about the very unique parts of senior care as opposed to other types of caring services.
Well, seniors come with a lot more healthcare needs. As we age, our healthcare needs not only diverse and change, but they also multiply. And we have so many limitations. So with that said, somebody who's 29 doesn't have to really worry about battling with high blood pressure and dementia, for example. Someone who is 90 years old is battling with mobility issues, memory issues, blood pressure issues, diabetes. All these things are encompassed in their daily lifestyle. Things that most of us in our 20s, 30s, and 40s really don't stop and think about at all, right?
Right. Yeah, we take it for granted. We think we're not going
we definitely
to
take it for
change.
granted.
Yeah. So it really puts things in perspective. As yourself, as a seniors care professional, you see it on a regular basis, and I'm sure it must have transformed your whole idea of what you should do for yourself. As you prepare for that journey.
Well, none of us actually think that far ahead, to prepare for that journey. And a lot of these seniors haven't really had the opportunity to prepare, themselves either. So we all think of ourselves as invincible, and the only time that people react is when a crisis occurs, right? So these are things that we need to start looking at in our younger years when we're more healthy and active, so that we can plan for when those days do come. And they will. We're all living longer. The age has increased by another decade. So does it mean that we're living healthier? I can't answer that. But for the most part, we're not that much. We're really not healthier when we're living 10 years longer.
Exactly. So that's good to be mindful of for the long road. But yeah, that happens to many people when they get to that point and they realize they should have prepared a little bit better. But they have people like you, luckily, who can step in and provide some of the gaps that they are not able to do for themselves. So let's talk about some of the services then that you provide and who you serve.
We deal with people of many ethnicities, of course. As we age, we tend to want to connect with people that are like ourselves. So we get a lot of requests for people who speak certain languages. especially with respect to dementia care. Now, dementia, there's 100 different types of dementia that people
Really?
suffer
I didn't know there were
from.
that many.
Yes, there is. The one that everybody knows, or, sometimes I say that's commercialized, it's Alzheimer's, right? Because they always associate it with memory loss. So that's one of the things that we work with, and we pretty much dive deep into. We've got a lot of our caregivers, specialize in that because of the need out there being so great and grand. But with that said, our company specifically is a nurse-managed company, which means that our clients, have a nurse that comes out and makes sure that their care plan meets their needs. And, of course, we provide certified professional personal support workers that can come to the home and do things like, bathe you and prepare your meals, take you to outings, provide some companionship. So there's a whole large range of services that we offer only because everybody's needs are different, and we want to be able to manage all their needs. But we don't stop at just seniors. We do work with, people who've been in a motor vehicle accident or a workplace injury. So we have a number of clients, and we can do both medical and non-medical care. And usually, not always, because we do work with some retirement homes and some long-term care facilities, but usually we provide the care in the home.
Okay, and that makes it very unique.
Absolutely, because all our care plans are individualized, so which means there is no care plan that's like another person because all our needs are unique and different, and we need to pay attention to those details.
Okay. Now, who's part of the team? Who works alongside with you, Nicole?
We have actually quite a large team. We started back in 1994. We are owned and operated. We started in Ottawa. We were founded by a wonderful, amazing woman named Irene Martin, who has just recently retired, and her three are actually running the Ottawa location. We have locations across Canada, so we're a good sized team.
Beautiful. So Toronto, Ottawa, and what other locations?
Oh yes. Well, we have Toronto, Ottawa, Barrie, if people are British Columbia, Calgary, we have locations there.
Wow.
Ontario, we were actually, we have quite a few locations. Halifax, Quebec, we have several locations in Quebec. So we service a good range of the Canadian market.
That is amazing. And I'm really so honored, that you've taken the time to, speak with us today, because I know you have a very busy schedule. So I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
No, you do fabulous things for people. You've transformed their lives in so many ways. How has your life been transformed through the work that you do?
Wow, Nikki, that's a very difficult question to answer because every day I feel like my life is being transformed. Every time I meet with a family, I sit with them, I listen to what they have to say. I listen to their stories, I listen to their backgrounds, how they got to where they are today, to get a better understanding of who they are as a person. Every day for me, I have to say, is a transformation. It hasn't stopped yet. I hope it doesn't, because it just allows me to, continue, and not want to stop, because that's one thing I never want to do is stop, because it's a passion of mine, helping people and providing care. And we need more people in the community that can, step up and do the same thing. And all these families every day inspire and motivate me. And And I think that's one of the reasons why all our care plans are so person-centered, because each family is so unique.
Absolutely. Wow. Powerful, words of wisdom. And again, Nicole, we just want to thank you for your time, and I'm sure the listeners would love to know more about how to reach you and all the other services that you provide. So could you give us your contact information?
Absolutely. My telephone number is 416-479-4288, and my direct website address is homecareinmississauga.ca. And if you don't live in Mississauga or Etobicoke, look up my company, retireathome.com, and look for your nearest location.
Okay, so that's retiredathome.com for the nearest location.
Yeah, retireathome.com.
Okay, wonderful. And just pick the closest place to where you are, and the information will be sent to you. Fantastic. Nicole, again, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. I want to congratulate you on the amazing work that you're doing in the senior community, and we look forward to meeting you face-to-face in front of a live audience at the Nikki Clarke Show coming up in the next few weeks, and I know everyone is going to love your presence, so you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.